they hit success, they're living the dream. Um, but sometimes I think when you're in your 20s or early 30s and you're living the dream, you don't realize that the movie ain't over yet. Right? You think the game is you think the buzzer's about to sound and you're not even in the first quarter of life, right? And so anyway, here are a few things that can happen when you talk about money, and I'm just lay this out so you can understand what's going on. Actually, if you stay to the end, I'm gonna share with you guys something I did. I did, you know, you guys, you know, I'm into the whole like I love like making these little AI movies now. It's like so much fun. I made another one. I put it on my Instagram. My Instagram is Dr. Boyce Finance, and just to get you ready for it, this one's called. I know it's gonna sound so grim. It's called The Death of Boyce Watkins. Right. So I know people are like, don't talk about that. My wife hates that title. But it's okay though, and I did it, and I'm gonna show you guys the video because here's the thing. I found that confronting my death is actually what opened the door for me to truly live, right? Like once I kind of accepted the fact that we're all gonna die, then you can start really focusing on a really important part of your life, which is your legacy, right? So, you know, in fact, give me a yes if you know that you're going to die at some point. Like, give me a yes. Does everybody know you're gonna die, or how many of you think that you're gonna be around in 100 years? No, you're not. You're gonna be dead. Like, stop it. Stop lying to yourself. And this is important. The reason it's important to confront it is because so many people live life as if they're never gonna die. They're focused so much on the moment and getting through the week that they don't think about legacy. You're not thinking about, well, what happens if I'm not here? My kids, what's going to happen to my kids if I'm not here? What's going to happen to my spouse if I'm not here? Will they know where the paperwork's at? Will they have any money? Are they gonna, or am I gonna have them go fund me into a grave? Like what's that gonna look like? And you got to work that out in your head. You have to. I mean, I don't know if I present it in the best way. Maybe I make people sad, and people say, "Oh, if you talk about it, you're gonna manifest it." I'm like, death don't need me to manifest it. I don't. I'm not the manifester of death. Death is the manifester of death. Like death is gonna manifest itself. Like, go talk to anybody who's like, yeah, I'm not gonna manifest death. I'm not gonna talk about it because in that way I won't ever have to go through it. No, you gonna go. Death will show up at your doorstep, and the Grim Reaper has a key to your house, and he's gonna come in one day. And he's gonna take people you love, and then take you, and that's just what happens. It's not sad. It's not grim. And you don't want to speed it up per se. Like my wife's like, you don't want to speed it up, and I agree. I don't want to speed it up, but I'm not gonna be afraid of it. Like, why are you sitting here afraid of the inevitable? That all that's going to do is stress you out for nothing. What you should be afraid of, I'm not afraid to die, just so you know. I'm gonna get back to this point here, but I'm not afraid to die. What I'm afraid of is dying for nothing. You know, I'm not afraid of death. I'm afraid to leave the people I love in a horrible situation. You know, death does not scare me. What scares me is not living a meaningful life while I got the chance to live. So every day I renew a commitment to living the best life I can possibly live. Every day I go through a process and a ritual to make sure that, you know, when I show up and I'm speaking to you, that I'm bringing the best version of voice that I can possibly bring, right? And that's all it is. It's not grim at all. So anyway, I'll play that for you guys in a minute. But let me go through a few ways that money can actually ruin your life. Like a lot of celebrities, the rappers and the athletes, they should all hear this because I don't know if they understand this. Because when you're 22, 23, and you get all this money and all this fame, it's easy to think that you have this wonderful life when the reality is that you have a whole lot of stress. And you're hearing this from a guy who I privately advise a lot of celebrities and famous people and stuff. And it's like you got to think it through. So anyway, here's the first thing that money can do in terms of ruining you. One is money can eliminate your natural consequences. So when you are a great athlete or you are famous or whatever it is, a lot of times money will cushion bad decisions. You get into a legal problem, your fees are instantly paid. A lot of problems go away.